So in today's video, we will be testing out the Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15 from Bobbi Brown. And of course, I have this sample size, so we will be diving into the product by itself. I'm going to be telling you the price, about how it looks on the skin, if it's good, if it's weightless, if it does what it's supposed to do. And of course, I don't have the full bottle because I am broke. So we're going to go with the samples and we're going to try it out. And I'm going to tell you my first impressions because that is how we try products, and that is how I can tell you if it's good or not. If you want to know if I recommend this product and if it is worth your money, then continue watching and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time that I post a video. So let's get into this foundation review right away. I wanted to give you my full impressions, my full review on it. So it is the Bobbi Brown Perfect Skin Coverage meets all day wear. Let's jump into this Bobbi Brown foundation. So there's a few points that I want to say. Of course, we have the pamphlet, and then I have my iPad on the other side to tell you if it is accurate information on both. So the one thing that I can see, so it's written like on the bottle and also on the pamphlet and everything, that it is a full coverage foundation, which on the website, on Sephora website, when you go down, it is saying that it is a medium coverage and MUA. It is a formulation liquid. It is for skin type, normal, combination, and oily, SPF 30 and under. This is like a 16-hour formula. Is sweat and humidity resistant, streak free, and color true. True pigment float on the skin, instantly conceals redness, discoloration, and pores with full yet natural coverage. So we'll see if it hides my acne or not. And it is non-acneogenic. I won't be testing out the 16-hour wear, but I'm gonna give you my first impressions on the product, how it looks on the skin, and of course 16-hour it is with the right products and like the right powder, the right primer. It's not only the foundation by itself. So there's a lot of factors to consider in. There's highlighted ingredients into this product, into this foundation, which I'm gonna read them out. There is marine sugarcane, algae extract, and natural mineral powders, which help control excess oil and shine on your skin. So if you have like oily nose, it would be like, it's supposed to stay there. If you have really oily skin or anything like this, it's gonna help with it. And then, like I said, moisture binding glycerin delivers refreshing hydration. So it does control oils, but it will give you hydration at the same time. So I'm gonna be telling you if it does, if it controls the oil on my like T-zone area, and if it hydrates the surfaces where here and more on the side where it is drier in general. So there's ingredient callouts, that's what they call it. I've been saying like the formulas without anything, but it is ingredient callouts. So there's no sulfates, SLS and SLES, parabens, phthalates, vegan and gluten-free. The fact that it is gluten-free is good because I have a sensitivity with gluten, especially when I eat it, and I don't know if it goes all the way to the surface. Maybe it does. I have to check that out, but it gives me acne, so it is comfortable, breathable, and weightless. And also, I want to say for the price, it is $57 for 1 fluid ounces. So that means 30 milliliters. So it is more on the steepier side, but Bobbi Brown is on the more steepier side because it is a high-end brand. Let's jump into this little pamphlet with all of the samples. One named Porcelain and the one, oh, this is crazy. Oh my God. There's not a lot. I might have to mix them all, honestly. That's what it looks like. I thought I would have like a nice, but I guess not. This is the shade Porcelain. You're supposed to like try foundation with that amount in it. Like, Bobbi Brown, you're cheap. I'm really sorry. This like cannot do an entire face. I'm disappointed in this sample, honestly. First impressions, it doesn't smell like anything really. I would have to check if there's any fragrance, and I have to check if it dries, if it's good or not. So I'm just gonna apply the other shade, which is called Sand. I'm just going straight in because on my acne, and I didn't put a lot, I put 2 already. Maybe I'm gonna have to put another one, which I think Sand would be a better match for me than Porcelain because Porcelain is kind of light. Right, so already it kind of hid my pores. It looks natural. How much is it in there? Ready to find your match. It's to find my match. I need more than to find my match. I need to try it out. Okay, so as you can see already, you can see that my acne did disappear a little bit, but this is not enough to say if it's good or not. It does look very natural in a way. So if you're like somebody that likes light foundation application, like, you know, when you just dip your finger into something and you put it right on your skin, that's what I did with this. And I might try the shade warm beige. Might as well go with the darker shades because I ain't getting nothing out of it. It might be a little bit too dark, but I mean, a lot of people don't have the good shades for them, so we'll just mix and match everything. And I'm just gonna put it on the problematic areas. I know it's too dark, you don't have to tell me. You don't have. So I put the shade Porcelain, Sand, and Warm Beige. Like this foundation, I have this coverage with the MAC foundation and I have to put a lot on. Considering that I barely put anything and I have this on is crazy. All right, this foundation though, oh my god. Bobbi Brown, she ain't playing around with that foundation. You know, with foundation, usually you want to put the least amount of product on your face. So the fact that even with these tiny samples, I can still get like a nice coverage. I only opened 3, right? So it would just be a swatch on your face and it would be like the most tiniest amount of product. And look at how it blurred out everything on my skin, which is crazy. So I'm gonna come up close and show you what's happening. So as you can see, I have some acne here that's kind of gone. It unified my skin. Like it's not like equal everywhere just because I didn't have a lot of product. I concentrated it into areas that really needed it. So around my acne, on my nose. If I touch it, it does feel a little bit sticky. So I would like tell you to set the foundation. It doesn't settle in the lines when I do this. Because you know some foundation, they go into the lines and it's like, ooh. It really annoys me, but the foundation is stuck there. Like it dried and it's stuck there. I can't move it anymore. So that's a good sign. I mean, it stays in place. It's not gonna move anywhere. And yeah, I have one light on and I want to show you my skin. Look at the glowiness from the foundation. It looks like very healthy. And it did unify my skin. I put the tiniest amount, and I want to point out the primers that I used for this particularly. I used on my nose because this is more oily, so I'm using the Too Faced Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer, which really mattifies everything on my nose. I use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer for drier areas. So right here, I have some Milk Makeup here, and then I have for the T-zone, specifically here and here, I have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Primer. You can see it looks very good, and I'm gonna be applying the rest of my face, of course, and I will tell you my final impressions, if it layers well with other products and how it looks like. Of course, I'm always gonna show you with no beauty lights on, and it's gonna be amazing. I feel like just like this, I wouldn't even need any foundation. Like I wouldn't even need setting spray. That's how like it feels on my skin. It feels really hydrating, really good. I think it looks pretty good too. So I want to see if the foundation moved because I didn't put a lot of powder. I put the smallest amount of powder, and then I applied some cream blush, I applied some highlight, I applied some bronzer and contour, and now that everything else is finished, I feel like it's a good idea to get into the foundation and to see if it did anything on the skin. Because right now, like even without mascara or anything, I would go out like this. Like I feel comfortable. I feel that my skin is more unified. Of course, you can see a little bit still of you can still see some acne and everything through, but that is gonna be completely normal. You would need like color corrector or something like this. I mean, tell me down below what you think about my skin right now. Does it look good? Does it look more unified? Like, is the pores smoother? And don't tell me again for here. I know there's no foundation here. It's because I concentrated on the acne. So Let me come a little bit closer for you to see what's happening, of course, with and without beauty lights. So look at how my skin is glowing. Of course, I have some highlight right here that I put. Do you think it unified my skin? Do you think it smoothed out my pores? Do you think that it looks good on my skin, on acne prone skin specifically? So let's turn off the beauty lights and take a look at what's happening. I want to point out that in reviews, it's extremely important to look with natural lighting. And that's why I only have one light here and it contrasts with the background so you can actually see what's happening, especially for me as well. So I'm going to be taking my mirror. All right, so as you can see, it doesn't go into fine lines. It looks very smooth. My pores are not accentuated, and the foundation does stick pretty well to acne. Sticks pretty well to the nose as well. I know this is like a problematic area for a lot of people. I have a little bit more on the top than on the side, so you have to excuse the amount of product that I had actually to do this video. But I had enough in the center of my face where I needed the most coverage. So it did cover up a little bit here as well. So I put more like foundation on this side than this side. But if I had more product, it would definitely cover up more. In between my eyebrows, which is one part that most of the time it's very, very, how can I say? It's very cakey. And it doesn't look cakey right now, so it looks kind of good. And even though you're looking at me, you wouldn't know that I have like foundation. Like this foundation is so natural that you wouldn't notice the foundation by itself. I said before, the cream products didn't move the foundation and the highlight didn't accentuate anything. It looks very good. Of course, when you pass the light on it, you might see a little bit more of texture, but overall it looks nice. All right, so with setting spray and everything in place, my final impressions of the product is the claims. It does smooth out the skin. It does unify the tone. It does look very, very natural. Of course, if you put like the whole bottle on your face, it's not gonna look natural anymore. It's gonna look very cakey. But even with a tiny amount of powder, a tiny amount of like a foundation, a little bit of concealer under my eyes, it looks extremely natural. And this is like literally the perfect like no makeup look. This foundation is like made for this, and the fact that it has sunscreen in it is also another thing that you want to consider when you purchase this product. Like there's no shine. Of course, there's like a little bit of shine. It's not that matte as I can say, and I have powder on top of it, so I can say that it has more of a natural finish than matte finish. So if you're very, very, very oily, I think you're gonna have maybe a hard time with this, but it does a good job at controlling around my nose. And that's why I'm like a little bit more itchy in this area, because it's oil controlling, and here it's kind of like a dry area for me, so it gets like itchy. My skin looks amazing. Like, anyways, I highly recommend this product. It is weightless. You don't feel like you have something on your skin. If you are drier though, you might feel tight. Tell me down below what you think. So I do recommend the product. I think it's not too expensive considering the amount of product, which is 1 fluid ounces, and it's pretty general as with other brands. And the fact that you don't need a lot of product to have a good coverage on your face is another fact that you have to consider, but it is more medium than full coverage, of course, and it looks extremely natural. So you can pair it with another concealer. I decided to pair it with the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer, which looks very natural under my eye as well. And I have the MAC Water Weight Press Powder. And even with these products, the Natasha Denona palette, the Morphe bronzer, nothing moves. Everything looks amazing. That is my thoughts on the product. Tell me down below what you think about this product. Did you ever try Bobbi Brown's foundation, especially this one? And tell me what you think. Does it last 16 hours? Does it look incredible or not? So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to see more of those awesome videos. So I post 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday. And if you don't want to miss any videos again, hit the bell to be notified and subscribe again to my channel. Even when I do a live, you'll be notified. So I really, really love you beauties, and I will see you in the next one. Bye beauties.